There are 26,000 women in the U.S. diagnosed with breast cancer each year. And now the government's attempting to combat that with those numbers with new guidelines to detect it sooner.
Well, the Food and Drug Administration now requires that mammogram providers tell women if they have dense breast tissue. Carmen spoke with our doctors over at Cleveland Clinic today and has more on what that means for women here in Ohio and across the country.
Yeah, this is pretty big for all of us women, of course, here in Ohio, but I mean across the nation too as well. We need to keep our women healthy and save more lives. So we know that women with dense breast tissue have a much higher chance of getting breast cancer. But in the U.S., about half the women age 40 and older have more dense breasts. According to the American Cancer Society, almost 44,000 lives could be lost from the disease just this year alone. The new regulations will notify women if they need to see a doctor for further screening, like an ultrasound following their mammogram. Now, while this new update is nationwide, Dr. Helen Peterson of Cleveland Clinic, she's a physician at the Breast Services Center. She tells me that Ohio has actually been ahead of this curve for years now.
And women who had dense tissue received different wording on their letters that they received for their mammographic result. And so this really doesn't affect Ohio very much because we were already ahead of the curve on this one.
This is news that we'd love to hear. Well, the new FDA guidelines should be in place within 18 months. That will be sometime in the year 2024. Now, meanwhile, only 15 states, that includes Ohio, currently require insurance to pay for all or part of additional screening. Now, Dr. Peterson also gives women a word of advice. If you do feel that you have more dense breasts, talk to your doctor and ask if you may need additional screening like an ultrasound or, of course, an MRI, ladies.
And in no way, shape, or form should this discourage anybody from getting mammograms. All this is information that you take in with you, and now you have knowledge, which is power.
Absolutely. Knowledge that we deserve.
And they have a much better idea of what else to do to get through, to get a real good picture of what's going on.
Absolutely. Thanks, Carmen.
You got it.
Thank you.
Of course,
good
lady.
info.